This is the Jeff Heidelberger pregame show, and I'm standing here in Ray Skillman Stadium with Coach Eric Moore before we head over to Franklin Central for our first sectional matchup this year for the tournament. But before we do that, Coach, it's been roughly 14 days since we've been able to get together and talk about the final regular season game at Cathedral played at Arlington Middle School. Crazy field conditions. You guys finished the job, finished the regular season 9-0, 2 years straight. Hard to do in any level of any sport. Congratulations, and your thoughts a little bit about that game.
Well, first of all, you have to totally blank your mind of things you can't control. So you can't control the field conditions, and we really didn't worry about it all week long. We only practiced on grass one time. We're going to make sure that wasn't the difference in the game, and then you get there and you actually see how bad it was. Good thing we're part billy goat, part bulldog, part pig, and part cow, because you needed every bit of that to play out there on that field. And then still we didn't do well sometimes. It's a terrible situation, but it was the same field for both teams. And Center Grove, obviously it was a long night for us, and we had to fight to the end to win. But I'm really proud of our team for fighting and not giving up and not stopping and making excuses why we should not, win the game. It meant more to us to win the game and be undefeated for 2 years in a row. So proud of this team, so proud of the school, proud for the community and all the people that love Center Grove football. That one was for you guys.
So it's been 14 days. You're going to start and defend your title. What do you do with 2 weeks off for all intents and purposes? Tell us a little bit about the preparation these last 14 days and getting ready for Franklin Central.
It's a nightmare for coaches, honestly. Because it's just the free time that kids have, and you worry about I always worry about our strength and our conditioning and our diet and our sleeping habits. And I think our kids did a good job on the actual bye week where, we just went to school and come to practice. We tried to mix it up and shorten it down. We went pro pads a lot. But this week we got after it. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were really physical, hard practices because we're practicing for a 5-game run. We're not practicing to win one game. Yes, we got to win one game to get there, but you don't want to get to the party and not bring anybody. So you got to be ready to go when you get there. So we're conditioning. We're doing everything that we would in week 9 of the season. And a lot of times teams shut themselves down, and that's why they don't have success in the postseason. But it's always strange. You do it every year, but it's still strange because it's a different set of kids each year and different set of circumstances. So we got a lot of work in. We worked on Center Grove. We really tried to improve Center Grove. Not sure we did. Trying to get some of the injured guys better. Sometimes we did. Sometimes we didn't. But now it's ready to roll tonight, and it's level field for everybody. We just hope we can have a productive game, and something we did over the 2 weeks helps us win tonight.
We start the drive for 5 at Franklin Central. Franklin Central has their new coach, Jason West, very familiar foe, as you very well know, comes over from Warren Central. That's a team that started off a little slow, but then mid-season started gaining confidence, and they've really improved throughout the season. They got a big running back. I'm assuming they're going to try to hold on to the ball and run him as often as possible.
You would think so. They'd shorten the game and try to do that. I don't know. The quarterback is a freshman, but he does throw the ball really well. Their defense is big and runs well. This is a good football team. They've won, 4 games in the conference. You don't know what you're going to get. It's tough. We're going to have to go there tonight and convince them that we're the team that we are. So they'll stop. If not, they're going to be in for. They're going to give you a fight because they've won. I'd rather play a team that was good than a team that thinks that they're ready to play, and I think they're thinking they're ready to play, which they should. Jason does a great job wherever he coaches. And you can tell it's already happened at Franklin Central. They have great athletes. They have great skill kids. That's the scary thing. Their running backs are good and can score, and they have good receivers. And like I said, the young quarterback is young. We got to put tremendous pressure on that kid and make sure he understands what it's all about.
The Trojan fans are excited because the tournament starts tonight, but they're equally excited because it's the time of year where it's the call-in. And we get questions, and can't believe I'm going to do this again, but it always comes from Paul Bennett, always the first year. And it really, I don't even know if it's as much of a question as it's a request. And if you guys don't know it, Coach Moore's son, prior player here, Jackson, is a businessman and kind of starting his own practice, and he cut Bennett's hair the other day. Yeah. And Paul wants a new store, Coach's Cuts, and you go, Jackson cuts the hair, and he wants you to have a big plump chair that you sit there and you can ask any question, watch game film, whatever may be the case. Coach's cuts, and you get to watch film and diagnose with Coach Eric Moore. What's the thoughts?
Well, the thought is Paul Bennett has a lot of free time for a guy that works all the time. Paul Bennett is a very brave man for letting Jackson Moore be the first guy to cut his hair. I hope he didn't have to have stitches. I'm really proud of Jackson for what he's done and what he's going to do. Really proud of Paul for taking one for the team there, Paul. I appreciate
team player.
Hey, that's a great idea. I hope I don't have to split the money because that's already stored in the bank. That'd be fun. As long as it involves me sitting in a nice chair and talking, I got it made.
Well, there you go, folks. It's the first of hopefully 5 questions we're going to get throughout the community in asking Coach what's going on with Trojan football. Coach, we wish you luck as we head over to the east side, Franklin Central, a foe we know well. Let's get this Drive for 5 started, and hopefully we can get back to Lucas Oil.
Hey, folks, it's the end of the roller coaster now. You got 4 weeks, 5 games in 4 weeks. You hope to play every one of them. Try to come over and give us support as this tournament runs out. Don't spread out and start your Christmas shopping early. Do it out on Saturdays and Sundays. Give those Friday nights back to these Trojan football boys. They're very deserving. Number 8 in the country, number 1 in the state, number 1 in our heart. Back-to-back undefeated seasons. Let's go get Franklin Central. Go Trojans.